today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
First opened back in 2008, there's a look at Lucas Oil Stadium here in downtown Indy. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Indianapolis Colts. And they would elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. First and 10. Dodge. And it's intercepted. Picked up near the 26. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Looking to throw on second down. Dodge. Over the middle. That's caught by Hogan. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
On third down, Dodge. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
They'll take over first down and goal at the 2-yard line.
Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
The kick is good.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, it gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
24-yard line.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the gun, Dodge. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Going up top. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 30. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now a handoff here to his running back. The ball 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a pretty play there coming out of the backfield, but as that back, you've got to be conscious of making sure you're securing the football. When you get out in open field, sometimes you get a little loose with it as you're trying to get up ahead of steam. Make sure you keep it close to your body because those defenders are trying to punch it free. He does a nice job there protecting the ball and picking up a 1st down.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good.
And it is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Dodge got his man complete over the middle. It's Manning. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
To number 81.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
And the Bills' 1st down.
Looking to throw. Dodge. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dodge. The throw left side complete to Hogan. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. That's complete to his running back, Vaughn.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. To throw on 2nd down. Mayer over the middle, complete. That's Kramer. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up
21-0, our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Colts 21. Bills.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it's no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Off play action. Mayer. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Mayer's pass.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Off the play fake. Mayer.
At the 31-yard line.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
A man on the crossing route. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a 1st down. Off play action. Mayer. That is caught at the 7. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
The kicker on for the
25 yards for the touchdown. And the Colts add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Dodge. He finds Roberts, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
2 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
49.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dodge going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Vaughn. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Operating from the gun. Dodge. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On first down, Mayer looking for his running back, and he's got it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. From the gun, Mayer. Left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Off the play fake. Dodge. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Dodge. Connects it to Roberts, right side. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Dodge. They'll check this one down to Vaughn. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. He's got a man that's caught left sideline.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll find Vaughn complete out of the backfield. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. Field goal unit not out there. They won 6 before halftime. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. Doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it up. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. All the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 51 yards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's
off play action. Mayer. He's to the about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD in the game, his 6th on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Dodge. Man, and he hits him in stride. 30, the 20, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
To number 15.
A big play there. 77 yards. And the Bills claw one back.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Indy set to go on offense once more. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Mayer. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. From the gun. Mayer. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the 2nd half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. To throw again. Mayer. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's got a 1st down as a tackle made at the Bills' 34-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our 2nd half blowout material. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
21-yard line.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have got it on cruise control.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Dodge. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hogan. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Buffalo.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
With the score.
Back now here on EA Sports.
Bills 10.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throw left side complete. That's Vaughn. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man on the out route. And out of bounds right around the 20. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
That will toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. On the draw, it's Vaughn. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the 1st down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. Kramer. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 36. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages. We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
The Bills on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Dodge. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Manning. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
But it's 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Looks like he'll throw here. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And this throw caught left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
And goal.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Kramer, and I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And this one is right through. They're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive